Hey guys, and welcome back to Fleetyards. I'm Captain Foley.
And Connor Coggins, we're here together in Canada for some real Fleetyards action today with a special ship from the big wide multiverse. But in fact, this is a... I'm stealing your intro, aren't I?
You are.
Well, you can announce the ship. This is a fan version of the multiverse, a classic design redesign. Stuart, what are we doing? And who's it by?
We are doing a redesigned version of the A-Wing from Star Wars. It's designed by Andrew Hodgson.
Yes.
Sorry. And it's an interesting take on a very classic design from Star Wars.
I thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot, actually. Wow.
Yeah, we do a couple of fan designs in this show because some of them are very, very interesting. When I saw this, he works in the film industry, but decided to redesign this in his spare time, made this model, and yep, like I say, first thoughts and analyze the way, Stuart.
It's very much more impressive than the A-Wing. I've never been a fan of the A-Wing design. It
Okay.
just looks too simple.
Spindly as well?
No, not spindly, just simple. I just never really dug it. I didn't... As a kid, it's never appealed to me. A few of those designs from Star Wars are the same way.
Yeah.
Some really stand out. The A-Wing did not for me.
Okay.
This one would have. This is very cool. It's a great take on what was... on a classic. This is a nice redesign. This is a nice homage to the original, but still making something new. Yet still could have been done back when Star Wars first came out.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed. It isn't an A-Wing. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily feel like an A-Wing without the paint scheme. I think it is far enough away, but also you can see where it's also close. So it's a great hybrid. Like, it could be the A-Wing successor or a remake entirely. It works in both ways. It's very, very nicely integrated. Beautiful lines, big guns that really actually show some power that the other A-Wing just didn't have.
Yeah.
I love that the engines come in. It's very, very nice, and the colours work really well. It is a truly sleek ship. Truly sleek fighter. So I'm very impressed. Yeah.
Well, this detailing on the back of the nacelle, the engine, the ring there, is very cool. That also a callback to like the B-wings and things like that. And I love the way that they have the cantered in fins at the back.
Huge improvement.
Yeah, it makes it look very, very cool.
And also, I appreciate that the weapons are mounted very similar to the Snowspeeder. Which is kind of integrated look, which again, it's part of the universe, but it wasn't for this design. So I appreciate yeah.
But I think you're right about the color scheme. If you changed it and showed it to somebody, if it wasn't for these things on the back of the nacelles that kind of maybe would give a hint towards what it is, you wouldn't really, say A-Wing redesign or whatever. So,
but you could see like New Order. They said, "Hey, let's make a version 2.0 of the A-Wing," and they came up with this. Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next picture, and this is a shot of it from behind.
Wow.
Exactly what I expected, really. The engine detailing is very interesting, much like a modern-day turbine jet engine, with the interior details there. The center part, the center circle, I'm thinking communications device or some kind of...
The problem with Star Wars is they agreeables don't tend to mean anything.
Yeah, I know. But I like to make them mean things in my head.
Yes. Like a sensor buoy or...
I was just going to say, like, not so much a sensor buoy, but like a log buoy in case the ship gets destroyed, that gets launched. Yeah. And then they can retrieve its flight data or whatever to find out what happened, whether it was an accident, whether it was... it had detected enemy ships, something like that.
It's just me, or were A-Wings the ones that got abused quite a lot, especially Return of the Jedi, that throw any appearance really, but they got destroyed quite a lot.
Yeah, I got that feeling too.
Yeah.
They're like the TIE fighter of the Rebel fleet.
Yeah. Or
the Miranda from the Dominion Wars.
Did you ever play Star Wars Battlefront? The first two ones? The second one especially with the space combat?
No, I didn't.
Well, in those games, the original A-Wing is a very, very lightly armoured, very fast, very weak beam weapons or bolts, but very manoeuvrable. You can do circles around other people, but it doesn't take many hits. So it kind of, that's the impression I always got from it.
Well, I definitely get maneuverability from this one.
Yeah.
I just love the way that these fins are designed. From the back, they look really cool with the bottom and the top there. That almost, circular look to it. Like, if you could extend the fins, they'd be almost circular look. Also, the ramped up power nodes for these guns that almost feed directly from the engines. They look like that would be pretty good kick to those weapons. So
it's an overall upgrade entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know it's a weird back for you to talk about this, but obviously super not canon, super whatever. But do you think a ship would be more maneuverable than the X-wing?
I've always thought the X-wing's been like super maneuverable, but yes, because of the stocky nature of this design, I feel it could take a little bit more G's. Not that there are G's in space, but more stressful maneuvering than an X-wing. Much more sturdy, it looks like.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love the little paneling at the back. A beautiful model this guy's made. It's not too much either. It's full of detail, but it's not too much.
Yeah,
which is a fine balance.
Absolutely. Ooh, the next picture is awesome. It's from the top.
Wow.
Here you definitely get the sense of it being an A. I mean, that's one thing about the original A-wing. I never really liked. It never looked like an A to me.
Oh, that's funny.
Same with the B-wing. The Y-wing looks like a Y. X-wing looks like an X.
Y, X,
So this
A, B.
This is the Canadian.
Wanna fight with the Y, X, A, B.
This is the Canadian Star Wars ship A. The A-wing. It's funny.
He's funny. Funnier in person. Yeah, brilliant top view. It's sleeker in the top view because you don't see the fins. It all feels like one big shape.
Yeah, I would change something if I designed it myself, though. See, here at the top, I would kind of do something like this.
Elongating
I would extend the thing back into a point on the side of the engine.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that would be very cool looking. But then again, that's just superfluous stuff that just looks cool for the sake of looking cool. I mean...
Well, you can always have it be that, you attach 2 extra pods, both are at your engines, so it doubles engine capacity.
Or even fuel. Just fuel
or even fuel
on the side, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, fighters like this aren't really meant to be...
Well, they're not long-range fighters.
Yeah, I mean, they use scouts and stuff, X-wings especially, but obviously that's to a place and back. They're not meant to be hugely long-range. Another thing that intrigues me is these large red strips on the outer end. There is a hole between them and the hull. I noticed it in the previous picture. They feel like they might be able to come out, retract. Do you think that's maybe the service compartment? You slide it up, you can do repairs, you can access some internal circuitry maybe?
No.
Okay.
I think they're more like airlines on like the forward surfaces of jet wings. So when it goes into atmosphere, they can tilt, they can slide in and out to change the aerodynamic nature of the wing surface, which these things are meant for atmospheric flight, so that makes perfect sense.
You went all realistic on me, guys. Nice.
I do that.
Good job.
I know.
But yeah, meaty guns. And actually, if you look at the top view, they look far more like X-wing guns now. How they're designed with a big aft chunk and then it comes forward, which again is nice. I didn't notice it, didn't really think that first time round, but now that you're seeing the views, stylistically, it fits very, very well.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense, actually. Do you think they would... This is probably a single-person fighter, of course. Do you think there'd be a 2-person, like, trainer version? Because a lot of... Even jets today, single fighter ones, have 2-person trainer versions. So you can have your... the instructor and the student in it. I think it'd be easy to picture a 2-seated version of this one.
Well, I think you could take this design and extend the cockpit, add maybe 3 people, add a separate gunner or something, and give it more functionality. The shape is so good. I think you could easily just extend it a bit, give it more punch. Yeah, I think you could do a 2-person version.
Alright, so the next one, shot from the front.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, it looks very UFO-like, very 1950s UFO, bubble on the top.
Also looks like a speeder.
It does look like a land speeder.
Yeah.
And it has it landed here, but I don't think those are landing fins, because that would just be silly. Yeah.
Although anti-grav is not
just
that
the way
difficult.
they have the shadow, they shouldn't have done that, in my opinion.
Although, I mean, come on, I said this for a TIE fighter as well. You should be able to land on those pieces. I mean, come on, you've got anti-grav, they're strong enough to do space, they should be able to survive landing. Okay, I know it's a several 100-ton machine, but if you can't land on them, then...
The TIE fighter makes sense to land on those. This one doesn't. If it had a retractable front landing gear that was out right now, I can see it, but there's
the original A-wing does, because I used to have a model of it. So maybe it has it on here too.
Maybe. Just those fins don't look sturdy enough to support the weight. I would picture a 3 landing gear configuration on this thing, at least.
Or at least go the super sci-fi route and have the repulsor lifts that most other things have. But
and again, I argue that point though, because if you lose power, you've got to land on a planet to repair your power systems, whatever. Your ship's going to just...
Yeah, and the irony being, most of the time if you're landing on a planet, it might be because, oh dear, we're crashing, we need the power, oh, there's no power, we're doomed. Yeah. But it's very flat. It's flatter than I thought it was going to be, and...
Great if you're attacking something head-on, like a TIE fighter. It's hard for them to get a bead on you when you got that little of a profile.
Because the A-wing actually goes out to a point, and it is a lot chunkier. Yeah. That's just beautifully thin.
Yeah.
It's the iPhone of the A-wing world. It's slimmed up. Yeah. It's lovely. It's a great view. It's less Star Warsy, but that's just a view. Some views don't work as well for other ships, but it's still a nice view.
Here's a great shot of it in space with... Well, it's 2 of them, I suppose.
That looks different. That's another redesign of something. Is that another A-wing of another design?
I don't know.
Also cool, though. Huh.
Yeah. It looks great in motion. Definitely looks fast.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that looks fast standing still, which is really cool.
I like the fact that you can see the glowing blue and the rust and things on it and the highlights. Yeah, it's a beautiful ship, really.
I want to see it in motion. I also want more views of it. I want to see it like landing configuration. Yep. I'd love to see the cockpit open. So I can see inside.
It's always good when a ship you want to see more. It's enticed you. Like they've sold you on the premise. Yeah. Now you want to get into the raw details.
Yeah. I like it. It's a redesign that really speaks to me and really makes a ship that I was never very big on. It makes me more interested in it, and definitely something that this would have drawn my attention as a kid.
I think it's one of those, just like in Star Trek or Star Trek Channel, the Enterprise 1701 took a long time to make. The Enterprise C, they had to make more bulky, lack of time to build it. The Enterprise D, they had many months to build it. It has the sleekness. This ship, I think, based on the curves, more difficult to model. This would have been not too difficult, certainly at the time, but a challenge, and to get it this good. Nowadays, this is not tricky, but if they were going to reboot Star Wars like they did Star Trek, different designs, basic same ideas, unlike actually faithfully recreating that everyone wanted, this would be a superb remake. You can sort of see what's trying to be, but it's a very modern, fighter-esque version.
It's a great reimagined modern
rebooted
take on the original design, which a lot of things need that kind of that tie-in, that visual tie-in with the original, which some things just go overboard. I'm not going to say what, and they just go too far. This one's nice and subtle. It's nice. It doesn't...
Looks functional as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's all functionality. There's nothing on there that doesn't need to be there, which is cool.
So we are thoroughly impressed. Well done for your design. Please design more Star Wars ships in your spare time. We clearly have a knack for it. Closing thoughts, like you said, we love it. And we're excited to see more.
Yeah. So just thank you, Andrew Hodgson, for designing that. If you watch this video and you want to get in touch with us to talk about your design process, please do. We would love to hear your thoughts. And, just the thought process that goes into taking something old and making it new is very interesting to me. So,
and just like a John Eves, I'd love to see his other concepts before he got to this. His other sketches, maybe, to see what other directions could you have gone. Because I'm getting the sense, just like John Eves, you probably have some other good ideas that'd be worth seeing.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in to this week's Fleetyards mission briefing, your weekly dose of other sci-fi goodness, the big multiverse, and the amazing designs and creative things in that verse. And if you want to support this show, best way of doing it is sharing. We look at a lot of things on this channel, a lot of things for a lot of people. But if you have fans out there or friends that know and love Star Wars but don't know about this, you think they might like to see it, share the link to them. And everybody thinks sci-fi fans would enjoy content like this.
Absolutely. And if you want to help us financially, you can do that as well. Come over to Trekyards.com and click the donate button. Or in the description below, there's also a link to our Patreon.
Yes.
If you go and donate there, even $1 a month, $1 a month would be greatly appreciated. Help us out. I mean, you can donate 10, 20, 50, 100 if you want. Whatever you feel comfortable with a month to help us out with this show and Trekyards, because we have a lot on our plate as far as production costs go. So anything you do to help out would be greatly appreciated.
And once we hit that 1,000 goal and a bit beyond the 1,000 goal, because it tends to fluctuate, then we can start producing full Fleetyards episodes, which are really exciting for us because we do new renders, new animations, the full...
And learn about new shit.
Yes! The full informed. We just released Pegasus a little while ago, and it was great. You're a phenomenal script, and I was able to bring you some new information on based on the model, how many launch tubes that no one knows, because no one has the models to be able to see. So we want to bring new information to this world of sci-fi. Help us get there by getting us to 1,000 and keeping us at 1,000. So important, guys. So please support if you want to see more ships like this. And boy, there are a lot of great Star Wars ships that we want to look at and see renders of them flying with, I don't know, a Viper or all those great things.
Yeah, and we've already done a lot of great full episodes, so check those out as well. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the future. So, with that being said, until next time, I'm Captain Foley.
And I am Commander Cockins, in person.
That's right. And this is Fleetyards Mission Briefing.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.